haven't fully decided how I want to figure this one out. We'll put that there in case I need it. And we'll start with... maybe we will use it. There we go. That fits nicely. It's like, oh, you just don't want to get out of the truck. Not really. No, I don't. Not particularly. I don't get this. They got plenty of room over here. It's a little close to the mailbox. Should be like right there. They put it sideways, kind of behind the mailbox. Whereas right here, put it there, it's still not blocking your garage. It's not blocking the sidewalk. It's overall just better. It's not a problem, really, yet. Not yet, at least. Oh, what do we have here? Cardboard. For a second, it looked like one of those press board shelves. If you were buying something made out of press board, I want you to just kind of remind yourself of the phrase, buy it nice or buy it twice. I'm not saying you can't buy press board furniture. Just understand that it is only temporary. If you want something long term, buy it nice instead of buying it twice. At least that's my opinion. You know, there's those shelves that are like an amalgamation of wood pulp held together by these little tabs. As soon as you try to move it or drag it across carpet, boom, collapses. Those things, they shall ban those things. I mean, I'm being hyperbolic. You don't have to ban them. I'm just not a fan. I will get as close to these cars as possible. What is this? Piece of cardboard box. Is this one of those like get a mattress by mail type things? Oh boy, gotta use the maximum reach of that arm. That's one thing about street parking I'm not a big fan about. There's a lot of things about street parking I'm not a fan of. But you know, they get used to setting their trash, you know, where they set it. And if it was all to the curb, like literally like on the street against the curb, then a lot of this wouldn't be an issue. You know, seeing how close you can get to a car. It's a dangerous game to play. If you're a new guy trying to learn a route or learn a truck, that's where training people gets expensive. They make some mistakes, and mistakes in garbage trucks are rarely cheap. That's why you might have a company that's a little more stingy about, hey, nope, it's got to be down to the curb. Alright, so we got 2 plastic bags I am a fan of, and another one, not so much. Black bags, they're usually pretty sturdy. Some white ones. Oh wow, got it. Kind of lost it behind that personal can. Make it a little bit of a Jenga. Push it out of the way. Make it gentle. Got it. This looks like they had a party. I don't know what the occasion was. We're a couple weeks away from 4th of July, so this is going to get really wild. Look at that. Hands-free. Oh. I know there's people that run rear load that get upset. It's like, oh, don't you want to get out of the truck? Oh, no, I don't. No. I was walking out to a farm building I live out on the farm. And I had my wife needed the van, so I was taking the truck. The truck was in a building across the giant mud hole. So I put it in 4-wheel drive, to get it out. But before that, I had to walk out there in my big rubber boots just to get through all the mud so I didn't get wet socks before work. And I peeled them off where you put one toe on an ankle and you start to peel it off. Because, I was like going to stand next to the truck, peel them off, then jump in the truck and put on some Crocs. And the noise I made while trying to peel those off. Oh, it was, it's like when in Home Alone, when he grabs the electrified sink. It's kind of like that. Just got a massive cramp in my calf. Brutal. Oh, one of the worst. Not one of the worst one I've had in my life. Still feel it a little bit now. I've got people that still set it out backwards. I thought I had this one stickered. Get it sideways. A little bit of a courtesy. Tip it sideways. It still doesn't roll over the lid. Okay, that's not an issue if there's no one parking on the street. But if they're parking on the street, then it's an issue. Now I gotta do this number where I gotta swing. Oh wow, that's so far up the driveway. I think even without street parking, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. A little bit lower. Gotta get under the lip. That's one of those where if it keeps happening, I'm gonna have to tag it. Tell them to send it to the curb because that is a better place for it to be. There's some companies, if you got to run 1,500 stops a day, or maybe more like 1,200 stops in a day, you really can't afford to do that too many times before you really start adding hours to your route. Because it seems small and trivial for one time, but if you have 10% of your stops doing that and you have 1,200 stops, that adds up. Okay, that one wasn't bad. Alright, so those arrows on top of that cart, they say set the cart out with the arrows pointed to the street. And when they're backward, the trash rolls over the lid. I've made multiple reels about this. Alright, there, boom. See? I don't know what that liquid is, but it is now all over the lid and it's all over the handles. Boom. Now it's dripping off the handles. When you come home and you want to roll your cart back, you got to grab that yucky handle. Sucks, okay? But when the garbage man, tell you, hey, there is a better way to set the trash out, and you're like, what does the garbage man know? I'll do it my way. That's fine. You can set it out backwards. I'll still service it. All I'm trying to say, or show when I make this content, is when the garbage man says there's a faster, cleaner, safer way to do garbage collection, maybe take his words with some value that he might know what he's talking about. Like if the garbage man says, hey, if you put carts out with the wheels to the facing your house, handles facing the house, and everything's bagged, everyone's going to be happier because it's going to be serviced faster, it's going to be safer, and it's going to be cleaner. Everybody wins. Everyone's going to win, whether it's the employee, the company, the customer, or your neighbors. I know it seems small and insignificant, but you gotta look at things at scale and magnitude. The small and insignificant details that show up in like 5 or 10 second intervals add up when you service 500, 700, or 1,000 stops in a day. Alright? That's just residential. Alright? We haven't even covered commercial. Just in case you're wondering, this is what 10 out of 10 cart placement looks like. We got a sticker on it that says arrows are to face the street. So they place it out on the street, wheels against the curb, and the hinge facing the house, or arrows on the cart facing the street. Here's another one. Boom. This doesn't even need a sticker. They get it right. I'm I'm not having a lot of faith in this, but we're gonna try it. Nope. Dang it. I knew that wasn't gonna work. Oh man. What is that, wood or cardboard? Oh, it's wood. Wood. And I guess I'll try it because I'm a sucker to try stuff. Is there enough rigidness in it where I can squeeze it? There's some weight in it, that's for sure. Can't get the grip. More grip. Wow. I might be able to do this. Whoa. Wow. That was a doozy. We're gonna watch that one get packed, aren't we? It's just riding on top of the pack blade now. When that pack blade pulls back though, that thing's getting smashed. Here we go. Drop. Oh, it's not dropping. Do a little pack assist. There we go. Now we pack. Should have split this. No, doesn't work. Well, it only goes full screen when the arm goes up. Okay, now there's room to put trash on top of it. Okay, well, a little bit of a hang up there. Use the pack assist again. Give it a little more crunch. Not ideal. Not ideal. It'll go. It's just going to take a little bit more smashing. Oh, maybe. Sometimes if you get trash on top of it, and you have the pack assist, you use that extra trash to squeeze it down. So I'm not squeezing the box, I'm squeezing the trash on top of the box, which might make it go down. Maybe. Now we're rolling up to a cart that's placed backwards. And if you got a hopper that's full, you do not want to tip a backwards cart. Sometimes I can get them to turn. Oh, there we go. That's what I wanted to happen. Sometimes you can get a backwards cart to turn. It doesn't always work. Something's blocking it. But I got a nice wide open driveway. If you get a finger right in that little... Oh, I hit that slope. So it's turned a little bit. This should make it so the lid opens up away. There we go. That's what I wanted to happen. Nice. That was a booby trap. If you think I don't notice, I notice. It's like, oh, we didn't set it on the ground. It's on the cart. Not really. That doesn't count. But I'm also really good, so I can make it work. The better placement would have been more towards the curb, on the driveway. Say with personal cans, I always recommend taking off the lids, because I can get them to pop off, but it ain't pretty. And I do it mostly because it's kind of fun to learn how to do stuff. But then when it's days like today where it's raining, it's like, oh, I'm really glad I learned how to do that. Gotta keep things smooth and running for. Ooh, I don't want to put that lid out in the street though. That was kind of an operator error. We'll put that back. Look at that. Now it's out in the street. Everybody's happy. There. You like that? If you like that, smash that button. I don't know. I'm not a very good influencer. Alright, here's the challenge. It's raining. I don't want to get wet, but I don't have to. I'm not saying I won't get wet. I'm just saying if I have a choice, I'm not going to. I'm feeling exceptionally greedy. We're gonna go for all 4 bags at once. Ooh! Oh! 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 I was feeling pretty good about that. Oh, shucks. Yeah, it's gonna be a little tricky to pull that off the curb. Would have been really cool if it did work though. It's a little low. The grips might be able to just pinch the top of that. There we go. Yeah, it will. Nope, nope, nope. Keep that grip. There we go. Now the question also becomes, do you think it would have fit inside that cart? Oh, it would have too. I can see just a little bit. There's a dark space in that gap. And as we tip it, 3 bags. Oh, that's a good Jenga. We'll see what that's like coming around the other side. Oh boy. This is a little close to the car. This is where, like, I can use the mirror, but the depth perception on those curved mirrors is just a little sketchy. I don't quite trust it. It's real close. That guy's gonna be a problem, though. Alright, here we go. Oh, wow. Did it get worse since I came around? Oh. Notice I wasn't talking at all because I was really focused. Oof. Oof. I do not feel like cleaning up their yard though. That might be one of those things where it's like, I'll let you pick up your own yard. There's some customers I kind of like. If I know I've got to know them personally, like they came out, cookies or a thank you, that kind of stuff. Oh, yeah, maybe I'll get out and pick up a little extra. Do that little extra for them. But I feel like I kind of already did him a favor taking that one. Someone asked about cul-de-sacs. This is perfect. We're looking at perfect cul-de-sacs right here. It's not the biggest cul-de-sac I've serviced. It's medium. I've seen some pretty small, like tight ones where you need every available inch to maneuver a garbage truck. But no one's parked on the curb. Sometimes they'll park in a way where it's like they're along the curb, or they park as if it's wagons on or spokes on a wagon wheel. That one is the worst. I don't like that. And if they park on the curb, then I recommend having the wheels all the way down to the street, up against the curb, and the handles facing the house. Like that one over there. That's perfect. That is perfect. This is what cul-de-sac should look like, because as I turn this truck, to maneuver through the cul-de-sac, I turn it away from the carts that I'm trying to service. So the reach of the arm gets limited very fast when you're trying to turn away but still reach out. So even that placement there, even though like it being the ideal placement, it still requires, you know, of a 12-foot arm, it looks like it still requires over 50% of that arm to reach it. And there's cul-de-sacs where I've been able to reach up to the sidewalk, but that's pushing it. That's really pushing it. So this is great. That right there, that's perfect. That's a 10 out of 10. The lid's cracked open a little bit, but for a guy like me, I don't care. As far as placement goes, that's a nice solid 10. I guess if I wanted to be a perfectionist, I would say the lid has to be all the way closed. But I am not a perfectionist.